The strategy that I will roleplay is a matching paragraphs to images strategy. For this strategy, students are given a random paragraph which they must quickly read in the time that is given to them. They are also given a purpose for reading, and that purpose is that they will need to match it to any image that they see. These images are provided by the teacher from the text. By doing this, the students are quickly decoding the text that is given to them, and they are using a more hands-on approach to the text. They are going through a process of discovery rather than just being given the text. Students are already constructing their own meaning through the process of decoding. Okay, let's look over here. How many pictures do we have? One,
Two,
three. How many of these do we have? One, two, three. Good. I am going to give you one. So one for Keren, one for Alicia, and one for? Yes, and one for Cecia. Good. You're going to have 1 minute to read it. You're going to read it? Good. And then you're going to put it where you think it belongs. Donde quieran. Where? Donde quieran. Okay, good. Okay, are you ready? This one's for you. This one's for you. Okay, read it. Read it. Okay, come put it up where you think it belongs. Okay, very good. Now here are some tips to consider for this first strategy. You might want to consider doing an activity that will get students ready for the text in general before diving into the decoding and matching of the images. Next, be sure to pick short paragraphs that the students won't take that long reading and images that clearly show what the paragraph is about. This next strategy that I will roleplay is called Same Text, Different Voices. For this strategy, students should get a chance to hear 2 or more different speakers saying the same text. Afterwards, students should be guided into noticing the different features of these different speakers' spoken language. One way to do this is by asking students specific questions that lead them to noticing the difference in accent, in pitch, in rhythm, other features of prosody, and other features of spoken language. This will help students realize that not everybody speaks the same. It will raise awareness and it will get them accustomed to different voices and different speeds. Now, we're going to hear 2 people. Vamos a escuchar 2 people read the story, okay? It says 3 pages. Así que quiero que pongan atención. Yes? ¿Cuántas personas vamos a escuchar? 2, okay? So get ready for the first one. Let's see. Listen.
Mother held her new baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she held him, she sang, I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew, he grew and grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator and he took his mother's watch and flushed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother will say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at nighttime, when that 2-year-old was quiet, She opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I love you forever. I like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby will be.
Okay, that was one. Okay, vamos a listen to another one. Okay, listen. Okay, we're going to listen again. Yes, but this one's gonna be different. Okay, pongan atención y piensen que es diferente. Okay, listen closely.
A mother held her baby and very slowly rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And while she held him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be. The baby grew. He grew and he grew and he grew. He grew until he was 2 years old, and he ran all around the house. He pulled all the books off the shelves. He pulled all the food out of the refrigerator, and he took his mother's watch and washed it down the toilet. Sometimes his mother would say, this kid is driving me crazy. But at nighttime, when the 2-year-old was quiet, she opened the door to his room, crawled across the floor, looked up over the side of his bed, and if he was really asleep, she picked him up and rocked him back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. While she rocked him, she sang, I'll love you forever. I'll like you for always. As long as I'm living, my baby you'll be.
Okay, good. The first one, was it a girl or was it a boy? The first one.
La niña.
A girl? You want to write it? Write number 1. And the second one?
Conmigo.
Or letter? It's up to you. Whatever you want. You want to write it? Okay. 1, good. Okay, I'll help you. Yo te voy a ayudar conmigo. Okay, T. W. This one? Oh. Good. Okay. Very good, kid. Okay, come on. Let's sit down. Which one was quiet? ¿Cuál estaba más quiet? This one or this one? The girl, number 1, right? Which one was slower? ¿Cuál estaba slower? Number 2. Which one was happier? What is that happier? Number 1. ¿Pero era la misma story?
Yes.
Yes. Entonces, different people se pueden escuchar diferentes, right? Yes. Personas diferentes se van a escuchar diferentes o todos nos vamos a escuchar the same. We're all going to sound different, right? Okay. Well, thank you to the 3 of you for helping me. Muchas gracias. Yes? Now here are some key tips to consider when applying this second strategy in your classrooms. Number 1, make sure that you bring a variety of different voices so the students really get a chance to hear the differences. Number 2, make sure that when you're guiding them in discovering the different features of them, that you are prepared with questions or with prompts that will lead them to the features that they need to notice. And make sure that these questions or that these prompts or that these ways that you're going to help them discover are age appropriate and that they're able to understand what they're supposed to notice and how they're supposed to notice them.